Good morning, girls. I am Crystal. I am on Team Dream Chasers. I currently am a trainer in the queue. I have been selling for a little over 5 months. I started in July. That's when I sent my paperwork in. And I onboarded in August. Um, and August 23rd, I have it written down on my board, was my first sale. My sales have been ever growing since I started in August. Um, and it is now January or February 2017, and month one I cruise qualified. So I'm here to tell you how I'm doing this, and some online training to maximize your sales. So when I started in August, I didn't use a platform, meaning Shop the Roe, Row with Me, those types of things. I was just doing what everybody else was doing, and I was just taking my time and posting the albums and that sort of thing. I was only able to run one party at a time. I do online parties Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then in-home parties Friday, Saturday, and Sundays. I work this full time, 7 days a week. Yeah, I mean, I'm busy. But I want to do this training on Shop the Roe, and it's how to maximize your sales using this. And you need to utilize this 100% because this is how I'm making cruise qualification every month in month 5. So basically, when I started using Shop the Roe, I was very new to it, and it was difficult to start. Yes, uploading and making sure everything's in there, the QR codes which I use, and that sort of thing. There's so many different tools on there. You can keep track of your expenses, keep track of your finances, keep track of basically everything, your customer base list, emails, shipping addresses, shipping costs, everything's in there. And I use it to its capability. I pay for it every month, so why not? So basically, this is what I've been doing with my online parties. My goal every month is to have at least 25 parties in the books, and hit at least 12K. So, and I've been doing that. So pretty much, my calendar's full from now till right now till the end of, now through March. And I have some nights that I have 4 parties online. And the reason I can do that is because I'm utilizing Shop the Roe. So when I have a bad party, I shouldn't say a bad party because no party's a bad party, but if I have a party that I have no sales on one night, it's okay. I don't get down on myself because I know I have 4 other ones going on that same time that could be selling 15, 20 pieces. I had one night that I sold 85 things because I'm utilizing the party link and I'm utilizing Shop the Roe the way it's supposed to be to boost our business. So this is what I do, and this is how I do it. So I make the online party groups aware. All my online party groups are aware of that I use Shop the Roe and how I use Shop the Roe. And I teach them how to use it. I create a buzz around it with a giveaway, whether it's log on the Shop the Roe and go to a how-to video and watch how to, a customer tutorial on how to shop. And I set clear standards in every single party. My online parties, I use a group page. I create a group page separate for each party. And then on Shop the Roe, I create a party on Shop the Roe separate for each hostess. They each get their own link, so I know who they're shopping with. And that's how I keep track of my hostess rewards. So when they check out, it'll highlight in Shop the Roe. It'll say Crystal's party. And then if I have another party happening at the same time, it'll say Kelly's party. So she shopped from Kelly's because I know because it highlights it in Shop the Roe. You have to set with each online party, you must set clear standards of how the party will run, when the party opens, when the party closes, when you need to pay your invoices, and when you will ship, and when you will invoice. So I always, usually the day of the party, I start in the morning and I say, this is how the party's going to run. I'm going to use Shop the Roe. This is when the party will open. All my parties open at 8 p.m. because that's when everybody's on Facebook. All my parties close at 9 a.m. the following day. At that time, I will invoice you because I can't invoice as the party's going. Sometimes I do. It depends on the night. It depends on what I have happening with my kids. Sometimes I will invoice as the party's going. Normally I don't. I drop the kids off at 8:30 at school. I come home, I get in the office, and I start invoicing. So at 9 o'clock when the party closes, I can just start invoicing them and go that way. And then as soon as I'm done invoicing, I post on that party page or on all the party pages, invoices have been sent. Please check your inbox or your spam folder, and please pay all your invoices. My invoices are to be paid by 8 p.m. that night. If they're not, I delete it. I don't have time to track down all these people. When I have 4 parties happening with 100 and some people in each party, sometimes more, sometimes 400, sometimes my group, 1,700. I don't have time to go back and track through who paid their invoice, because when you're in Bless and Audrey, it doesn't bring your most recent invoices to the top. So then I have to scroll through and see who's pink. It's rude to not pay your invoice on time. And my customers know that, and I let them know that your invoice is going to be deleted. I don't give them a heads up and say, hey, deleted your invoice. No. I say, this is when you have to pay your invoice by. It's by 8 p.m. If it gets close and it's like 7:30, I will usually tag that person on a separate post on that party page and say, hey, did you get your invoice? And if I don't hear from them, then I don't hear from them. And then at that time, I close the party. I tell the hostess, this is what you got in rewards. I invoice her, and the party's done. So the way that I'm booking all these parties is, do I tell all my hostesses, hey, I have 3 other parties happening? No. But when they claim an item on that party, it takes it out of all my parties. So I can host 4, 5, 6, 7. Some hostesses do know that I have other parties depending on the incentive I was running. This month I had on February 2nd, last night, I had 3 parties. They all knew that I had 3 parties because it was a Valentine's Day legging incentive. So, and that was the date. And I said, listen, I'm taking 3 or 4 girls and I want to have a party this night. And they each got their own party group. They each got their own party link. One of them was a fundraiser. And they know, they're aware. I don't, I don't tell them, hey, by the way, I'm having 3 other parties, because some girls will get mad. Unless they ask me, I don't say anything. I don't tell them. It's really none of their business. They're all shopping the same inventory. They're all getting the party link at the same exact time, and they're all getting invoiced the same exact time. That's the name of our game. The sense of urgency is you need to get on. You need to find, if you find something, then you need to buy it. It's no different than if I was to have, a party today, party tonight. It is what it is. It's going to sell. So you need to get on if you want to see something. If you're interested in a certain Irma, then you need to get on there right at 8 o'clock. So it's forcing women to move faster online because obviously they don't want it to sell. So how I do it, I have 3 parties. Last night I had 3 parties. So I went on Shop the Roe. I created a party link. At the top, you can go to, I believe it says parties. So you click that, click create a party. I create a party for each person. So last night I had Christina, I guest consulted on Taylor's, and I had an MS fundraiser. So I created 3 separate party links. One was Christina's Little Row party, one was a guest consult with Taylor, and the other one was an MS fundraiser. So it generates 3 different party links that I can then post in each one of their groups on Facebook. Creating a separate party for each hostess is important as it will help you keep track of, again, like I said, which hostess they're purchasing from. If I just gave them one generic party link and it said LuLaRoe Crystal Steiner, I would have no idea who they're shopping with. On Shop the Roe, I can put in questions like on a Google form and say, who's your hostess? Half the time they don't fill them out because they're not required to fill them out. It's not a required checkbox on Shop the Roe. So they don't have to fill that part out. So then I'm going, hey, who'd you shop with? Hey, who'd you to 25, 35, 40 people? And again, I don't have time. It's about working smarter and not harder. And this is how I'm doing it. I was on vacation for a week in January, so I knew that I needed to book heavy the week before and the week after with online parties. I closed my month out with 4 parties on the 30th online, and I knew I had to make up for the week that I was off. So if you can plan ahead, like June and July, they're going to be slower months. So I'm planning ahead now to get online parties, fundraisers, you name it, I'm trying to get them in the books. So I'm trying to bulk up on, especially at month end, I always try to bulk up on heavier on parties because sometimes they don't do well. Sometimes an online party doesn't do well. But when I have 20 of them in the books, even if I only did $100, like I'm still getting them sales in. So utilizing that party link and maximizing sales by booking multiple parties at one time is how I'm hitting the 10K a month, 12K a month, 15K. I think my lowest month was 9, and that was my first month selling. My first full month selling, and that was before I was even utilizing this. So I work this full time. Yes, everybody works this at their rate, at their speed. But I'm here to say my girls on my team that are working full time, in a full-time job and doing this part-time, they're utilizing this party link and they're able to book parties online, 4 parties a night, 3 parties a night, 5 parties a night, whatever the case may be. So if they can only do online parties 1 night a week, they're making sure that they have 4 of them that night. It's no different than having a battle of the hostess. So if somebody was to come to me and say, Crystal, I don't think that's fair that you're booking 4 parties a night, my response would be, I'm sorry you feel that way, but this is my business and this is how I run it. And that's where I leave it. I don't engage. And that's it. I can run multiple parties very, very easily with the party links. You can use it with albums. It's a little bit more difficult. You have to have a lot more windows open. I would not do it on an iPad. I would do it on my computer if I was doing it that way, and I would utilize Sell It Social as well as Shop the Roe, and albums are just not my thing. It takes too long to load. It's harder to keep track of, and it's much easier for me and much easier for my customers to shop utilizing the link. It was difficult in the beginning because they were used to me posting albums. Guess what? They adapted. A team member told me, Crystal, they have to adapt to what you are doing. And I was nervous because when I started with Row With Me, they hated it. And they told me they hated it. And my sales were 0. And I was like, oh my gosh, abandoned ship. So I switched over to Shop the Roe. It has literally been a heaven sent because even for shipping, once the party closes and I invoice, I can then copy and paste right from Shop the Roe and transfer that right over to stamps.com. And literally 1 second, my label prints out and now they're back there ready to go. Even when I'm at in-homes and I have the QR codes and they're on my tags, I rip that tag off, I bring it home with me and I scan it and it's out of the inventory. So the goal here is to be working smarter and not harder. We sell dresses, we sell skirts, we sell shirts. We aren't saving lives, but we don't need to recreate the wheel here. Use the time limit feature on your parties So when you create that party, you can click and then you can set the times. My parties run from 8 p.m. to 9 a.m. the next day. So I set that. So then I don't have to go back in and pull the albums down or close the link. It automatically closes that link. So if I get caught up at the school at 8:30 when I do drop off, I don't have to worry about it because I know that link's going to close at 9 a.m. and I'm okay. I had a hostess last night say, hey, Crystal, can we keep the link open till 10? It's a fundraiser. And I was like, sure, I don't care. I have to make sure I close them all by at least 11 because I want to get ready for the next party. And tonight's Friday, so I have an in-home. So I have to pull the inventory, pack it up, and put it away. So that link, if you set it for times, it automatically closes for you. So you don't have to worry about, if you're at work or if you're running late, like just close it down. And then as for being active and selling in these online parties, it's a little bit more difficult. Yes. But this isn't meant to be easy. I work hard. And I don't just post the link and go. I am actively posting the entire time. And when I set my standards, I say, this party starts at 8 p.m. I'm posting all day up until that thing. I'm posting 4 hours till we party, 3 hours till we party, 2 hours, 1 hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes till I post this link. So they know, all right, Crystal's here. She's going to be active. If I have any questions, she's here for me. You have to be actively involved in your online parties. All of them. I had 3 last night and I was actively involved in all 3 of them. If not, I would not have been successful. You cannot post and ghost. It doesn't work like that. Yeah, these clothes sell themselves, but you have to work. If you want this and you want to qualify, cruise qualify, and you want 10K, 12K, 15, 18, you need to work. This is a hustle. You need to be actively involved. So when I say, like last night, for instance, it was 9:40 and I was getting tired and I had enough for the day. And I posted on all my party pages because I had 3 going. And I said, hey, listen, I got 20 more minutes until my head hits the bed. And then I'll be back in the morning. So they're aware Crystal's not going to be here after 10 o'clock. So I'll see my questions for the morning. And they're all okay with that. I do it in every party. Before I go to bed, I said, hey, go into bed. Any questions, comment here, and I'll get back to you in the morning. I've never had a problem. I've never had anybody complain. I've never had anybody be mean. Nothing. But they need to know how this works and how active you're going to be. And as for your hostess in these parties, I make them very aware about 20 minutes before these parties starts. I copy and paste a little blog that I have written on my iPad that says, hey, listen, this party starts at 8 p.m. In order to get your free leggings, because that's part of my hostess reward, you need to be actively involved. Your party needs to hit $100. And this is what active means. It doesn't mean you like my post. It means you need to be actively involved in the party. You cannot just not show up, because then you get nothing. I'm not running a charity here. I'm running a business. So you need to set clear standards and be strict with what your hostess expectations are. Whether that's a form you have or whatever, but online's harder. Online for me is harder. So I need to make sure that I'm working twice as hard, 3 times as hard, for these hostesses to know, listen, in order to get your free leggings and your 10%, you need to be active. And what active to you means. So that's how I am, utilizing Shop the Roe and getting these parties. You're asking, so you may ask, Crystal, how are you getting 20 parties in the books for online? I just am. I ask every day. I post every single day. I post and say, hey, who wants to book a party on, I give them dates. I don't say in March. I say, who wants to book a party on March 8th, March 9th, and March 16th? These are the incentives, and this is what I'm offering. Boom, 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 boom. If I get 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 girls that want that 8th date, guess what? All 3 of them are going on the 8th. And they're well aware because they're all on that post. And I'm upfront with what they're getting, how they're getting it. and that's how I'm doing it. You know, I'm a very active consultant in these parties. I'm fun and I'm me. And that's what it's all about when you're online. You have to be you. You cannot be, you know, you don't try to be somebody that you're not, and people will fall in love with it. They know I'm crazy on my onlines, and I mean, because I'm passionate about it. This is something I love. This company is what I love. So and it shows because I you know, I enjoy it. So you have to have fun, but you have to be open. And you know, I offer a lot. I give away a lot. Last night I gave the one party because it was very low sales, so I gave everybody $5 off just because I wanted the hostess to get things, and I wanted them sales. So me offering $5 off a piece, in reality, it didn't hurt my business at all, because then I got, you know, this many sales. And even for the fundraiser, like I said, okay, anybody that purchases in the fundraiser is going to get $10 to spend with me in March. It boosted the sales for the fundraiser, and I was able to raise $600. So, you know, these are the types of things, like, you have to be able to, online parties, you need to be able to think fast on your feet and be able to roll with it as fast as you can. If something's not working, so if your Shop the Roe albums aren't loading, then you need to abandon ship, post the link. I tell my girls this all the time. They'll message me, Crystal, my albums aren't posting. Stop what you're doing, get the link done. It'll take 5 seconds, and post the link, because you're losing sales. Bottom line, get it done fast and get in, post the link, be active for however long you set your standards for, and that they're aware. If they post a question and you're not answering, that's frustrating for customers, and they'll leave. They will go and they will find somebody else that will answer their question. And my goal is to always make them feel comfortable, have fun, and get shopping done with me. And that's how I'm booking all these parties on myself. And you know, you get what you pay for with me. This is it. So this is how I am utilizing Shop the Roe. This is how I'm hitting them goals, and this is how I'm crushing it. In all honesty, I can't say any more about Shop the Roe and utilizing those party links and booking multiple parties on one day. It's just a no-brainer. It was a game changer for me, just because I wasn't scrambling at, you know, January 30th and like, holy crap, how am I gonna do this? No, I knew I had 9 parties booked from from January 28th to January 30th. I had 9 parties booked because of Shop the Roe, and I was able to get that goal in and surpass it. So, you know, I'm never concerned with, oh my God, how am I going to do this? Or I never get caught in that comparison trap of, oh my God, how's she doing this? This is how I'm doing it. I'm a creator, and I'm not going to cry because I had a bad party. I'm going to figure out another way to do it. I'm going to abandon that ship. Okay, that party didn't go well, so abandon that ship, and I'm going to find something else. I'm going to post on my wall. I'm going to post this. I'm going to post that. You know, I do better in home, but I have to do online to make my goals. So this is how I am. This is how I'm doing it. Utilize Shop the Roe. It's $10 a month, I believe, which is 1 pair of leggings. Sell 1 pair of leggings, and it paid for it. But it's making me so much more money. You know, customers enjoy it because it's not, they can go on, they can look, they can see, they can, you know, say, I just want to look at the perfect tees. And they can just look at them perfect tees. They don't have to look at 29, 30 other albums. You know, they're able to go on and just look at that size. If they just want to look at Irma's an extra small, that's what they can do. And it's very, very easy. It's helping keep my business in order, as well as, you know, help my sales go up. So that's the gist of utilizing Shop the Roe with multiple parties online. And that's pretty much it. Ladies, if you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to ask or message me, and I'm here for you. Thank you, and have a fabulous day, ladies.